Chain smoking the reefer help me get into my deeper self. Make the ground crack, make the ether melt, make the wind whirl, make the river rise. Even pre-recorded, the nigga live. You can't see the world through a nigga eyes, hear through a nigga ears. Yeah, real nigga hear me. Ghost back, space ghost. I'll bake it up to keep the cake close. Chain smoking the reefer help me get into my deeper self. Plug the mic in, make the speakers melt. Touch me or touch you, let the heater melt. I'm from the hood where everybody need the help. Chain smoking the reefer help me get into my deeper self. Plug the mic in, make the speakers melt. Touch me or touch you, let the heater melt. I'm from the hood where everybody need the help. You a follower, better leave me serialistic. But one sell my soul for material. Homie died, we all go fly to the burial. In the slums, I'm Grand Royal Imperial. Who ride? Burner with the scratch, those cereal. Niggas act funny when the money get made. But I ain't the turkey, the honey glaze. Niggas that eat your food like a plate that your honey made. I think of the left in your sunny days. I inhale, I hold it in. Salute to the silence of all the golden men. Smoke touched the pain, but I just couldn't hold it in. Exhale, the pain stay. Used to pitch, the game didn't cancel on rainy days.
Keep it real.
You know them fakes is high. The instamatic focal point bringing damage to your burrow. Be some brothers from the east with them beats that be thorough. Got the solar gravitation, so I'm bound to pull it. I gets down like brothers are found, ducking from bullets. Gun control means using both hands in my land. Where it's all about the cautious living. Migrating to a higher form of consequence. Compliment a struggling that shouldn't be notable. Man, every word I say should be a hip-hop quote. I'm sick of shaking asses. I'm sick of talking about blood. Sick of Versace glasses. Sick of slang. Sick of half-ass award shows. Sick of name brand clothes. Sick of R&B. So before trap.
Said De La Soul. Ooh. I got an article I'm going to read y'all. This is about restaurants and how they're being affected by the immigration stuff. So this is by Julia Moskin. This was done May 15, 2025. So more than 100 restaurants in Washington, D.C. were visited last week by agents from several federal agencies in a sweep led by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. They arrived unannounced, some wearing tactical gear, to serve papers that notified the businesses that their employees' immigration status was being audited. The targets included high-profile restaurants like Jose Andres, Haleo, Chang Chang, and Chef Jeff's, that's with a G, whose owner, Jeff Tracy, is married to the CBS News correspondent Nora O'Donnell. The action was part of a broader sweep in the district that led to nearly 200 arrests, according to ICE. In a statement, the agency said it had targeted the most dangerous illegal offenders in the capital. These arrests make clear that violating our nation's immigration laws will not be ignored. That's their quote. None of the arrests resulted from the agents' visits to restaurants, an ICE spokesman said. Still, the broad scope and unusual nature of the action, such as audits are usually conducted by mail or email, has sent fear throughout the restaurant business, which relies heavily on the labor of undocumented workers. So, yeah, we already knew that was going to be happening. Because a lot of people probably just stopped showing up for work. You know what I mean? That was the first thing they stopped doing, was showing up for work. And then they're probably just chilling at the crib, scared to leave, even go anywhere. And then some people just were like, fuck it, we're out of here. Just left the apartment, abandoned, and just went wherever.
Right.
That's what's so crazy. Just think of all the rental properties and all the...
And are these workers all the most dangerous people?
Not at all.
They're
the
just
majority
saying,
of them aren't.
They're just justifying. They're just trying to justify it.
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy how we're not supposed to think it's anything other than racism when they're kicking all the black and brown migrants out, canceling their visas, running all up in the restaurants and hotels, all this kind of shit. But
And
then they're just welcoming the white
Afrikaners with open arms.
With open arms, red carpet.
Probably giving them Teslas. I mean, the cheapest one.
Wouldn't be shot.
But still, yeah.
I wonder how they're going to feel to work. They are going to be doing a lot of the stuff that the Latino migrants were kicked out. They're going to be working in these farms and in these hotels and
factories.
In these factories. They're going to be putting together headphones and shit.
Yeah.
I remember I used to do that at cost. I used to assemble the headphones together and shit. It was like an assembly line, straight up.
Remember when that lady like embezzled from cost? It was like huge.
Millions of dollars. Yeah, she did. She ended up going to prison for that stuff.
And now, like, when you hear that somebody embezzled something, you're just like, okay.
Right, because it's
they probably needed
you
it.
just hear about it all every day.
Right.
How's your first sip of coffee, baby?
Delicious. Not too strong, but strong.
What would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I give it an 8.5.
Nice. So that's a B plus.
Yeah.
This one, Lionel Richie was solo.
Yeah.
He wasn't with the Commodores no more. Is he's still on American Idol?
Yeah.
I forgot. I didn't even know that show was still on. Remember?
We were
channel
watch
surfing.
That channel one.
Yeah. And then the commercial came on, and we were like, "That shit's still on."
Yeah.
We tried a few years ago to watch it.
We watched the auditions. That's my favorite part.
That really is. Those are good.
Because you're like either crying because the person sings so good, or you're like embarrassed for them. Like one, I think I had to turn off because I was so embarrassed for them.
Mm-hmm. It's like you're not good, right? You have to know that. If we can recognize it, they can.
Like, and no one in your family told you that you suck?
And that's the thing. Sometimes people will be knowing that their family members really ain't that good, but they'll just still encourage them to, go on American Idol.
I mean, yeah.
Who out of American Idol, who is really, like, super blown up? Fantasia did.
Wasn't
Carrie Underwood. Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
Ruben Studdard did for a second. He had like a couple like good singles. And then
but like Kelly Clarkson.
Oh duh. She, to me, as far as white female singers, she's one of the best. She does have an excellent voice. That lady can fucking sing.
And she just seems like a good person.
She does. She seems decent. Didn't she go through like a pretty shitty divorce?
Very messy divorce.
That's gotta suck too.
Like he wanted all her money and then some.
So he wasn't really having nothing? What did he do? I
feel like he managed something for her.
Oh, so he was doing okay for her. Oh,
yeah.
So she put him to work.
Yeah.
So he wasn't doing
But like he didn't want to work then after the divorce. He just wanted her to bankroll him.
So was he kind of like a regular dude?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those are kind of tricky though. When you're kind of like a regular person, whether it's the woman or the man, and the other person's like a celebrity or star.
Yeah.
That's got to be tough. Kind of like how NBA players and athletes, like when they get drafted, they'll be having the girlfriends,
mm-hmm.
and then on draft night.
Yeah.
Like Russell Wilson, remember he was married. He had like a white wife.
Oh.
Like in college, where they were either dating or they're about, and he left her. That shit's crazy how they just. And you wonder if the girlfriend knows it. They'll be hanging on for dear life, like, damn, dude, just about to go to the NFL.
Right.
All them women, like, is he about to just...
Right.
That's crazy. But, like, some stick together. Like, LeBron's been with his wife forever. Ty Halliburton, he's still with I think he met his girlfriend in college.
They're still
together.
They're still young, though.
True. That's true. We didn't put the curse on him.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, dude's playing though. He's from Wisconsin. I don't really like his attitude on the court, but he He's playing because he's definitely under. He's like under because a lot of people don't think he's that good because his game looks awkward.
Yeah.
He don't really look like he can play. Like he's just awkward with his style, but he gets it done.
Yeah.
They're about to maybe go to the finals. That's crazy. Because Boston's pretty much done. They're down 3-2. Everyone's seeming to feel like Boston's going to come back and win this series now because they won that last game.
Tatum.
Thank you.
I mean, not that they're not a good team, but, like, they have to come up and, like...
They're not about to win 2 games in a row. They got this next game is in New York. Tonight.
That'll be a good game.
Good-ass game. I love New York. I like that Oregon and the Madison Square Garden when they play that Oregon and stuff. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. We were supposed to be going to New York. We decided not to go, y'all. We would, dang, would we have went? Would have been like yesterday or something?
Yeah, we would have been there this weekend.
Yeah, we would have been on our way, y'all. We decided not to go. Just with all the ice shit, and I would hate to be...
Well, like, I had to postpone it already because we didn't know what was up with Charlie.
That, too.
So I had to cancel
There was really
everything.
a few reasons.
And I didn't want anything to happen to him while we were gone.
That would have been horrible.
Yeah. So.
In a totally different city. Like, you know, right, it's just like, what do we do?
Yeah.
I'm going to pop some CNN on y'all, and we're going to get ready for work. And, yeah, you're not going to really hear us talking about the Diddy stuff on here. I'm not going to, like, keep, like, piling on. You know what I mean? There's enough people doing it, have at it or whatever, but
I'm just tired of the word freak off.
That, too. I know that's got to be on. I'll just say this. I don't know if Michelle wants to say whatever she's going to say about it, but it is, like, kind of crazy to hear the news people. Because they're, like, literally saying, like, freak off, freak off.
Like
I wonder, I know they're, like,
Boris
uncomfortable
and
saying
Rihanna
it.
have said freak off, like, 1,000 times in one day.
I wonder if they say to the producers, like, hey, can we... But it's, like, official document, like, court stuff that they're reading, so maybe they kind of have to.
Yes.
But it's just like, damn, yeah, it sounds kind of funny, though. Not, you know, it's a serious situation, but that's just crazy. They said that Cassie... I'll say this last thing for me. They said that Cassie did like over 15 hours of testimony or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Man. And she was describing all the shit.
Right. And they had like 2-day freak offs, like where it lasted like 48 hours.
Like that.
She had to have like IV fluids and
yeah.
freeze.
Got that coffee brewing. Won't be long now. About a minute. Yep. LOX.
Why, yo, what up? They've been waiting for this one, dog. Yeah. Woo. I'm good, my nigga. I'm straight, my dude. Yeah, I heard your plans. I ain't trying to be rude, but I'm good, my nigga. I gotta confess. I don't really fuck with you like that, but I wish you the best. I'm good, my nigga. I'm straight, my dude. Yeah, I heard your plans. I ain't trying to be rude, but I'm good, my nigga. I gotta confess. I don't really fuck with you like that, but I wish you the best.
When it's go time, I ain't never hesitated. When I hear what happened to him, I ain't never devastated. By the way, none of my victims have never made it. So I already know I got a spot reservated. Staring at the barrel, you see it ain't a gimmick. When you get there, tell Satan I'll be there in a minute. I'm insane. I got permanent damage on the brain. It's a shame how a nigga took advantage of the game. How he worked so hard, how he managed all the pain. Nice for so long, how he handled all the fame. Real nigga network, different channel from the lane. Just a love-hate thing, I just handle it the same.
I'm good, my nigga. I'm straight, my dude. Yeah, I heard your plans. I ain't trying to be rude, but I'm good, my nigga. I gotta confess. I don't really fuck with you like that, but I wish you the best. I'm good, my nigga. I'm straight, my dude. Yeah,
test. I don't really fuck with you like that, but I wish you the best, bitch. Came from the bottom, looking swell at the top. Just imagine what I did with an L in the ox. Give me a 38, use every shell in the box. Got a pretty brown gun, yeah, the melanin pop. Look at it.
He says that it's too hot, and I know what you mean, Ronald. Yeah, it's just too warm, baby. So, baby, please won't you listen? You hurt me so bad, and right now I want to tell you, darling, so long ago, yeah.
What y'all know about that Kool in the Gang? Yeah, that was sounding good. Old school. Yeah, that's Kool in the Gang, y'all. Peace and blessings. It's Friday. Whatever time or day it is, it's Friday. So good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is DVJ&MICHELLE, and this is a Cold World Podcast, y'all. We're coming to you from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hope you enjoy the music, the clips, and the content. Alright, let's get to this episode, y'all. Enjoy the weekend. If you're listening to this on today, if it's already the weekend when you're listening to this, I hope you're enjoying the weekend. And if it's next week when you're listening to this, I hope you're enjoying whatever day of the week it is. Alright, y'all. I hope y'all got all that. Alright, let's get to this music, y'all. Clips and content and all that good stuff. And enjoy the rest of the week.
I might as well have fun now and suffer the consequences later. I can only die once.
Yeah, but punishments are forever.
Well, now that's true. I remember one time my father put me on punishment for a month because I came home late from a party. I still get depressed thinking about that one.
Yeah, I guess you should think about it when the time comes.
Mm-hmm. My pops was cool, but he's too overprotective.
You know, I heard about your mom's passing. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That was a while ago. Hey, what do your folks do?
My dad owns a couple of grocery stores.
New York snacking down. Crazy chips and dips.
This is 1979 Bob Marley live concert, y'all, in Santa Barbara. Let's get to this episode. Where we headed to, baby?
Wild Fork.
Wild Fork out in Glendale, y'all. Oh, really? I don't know why I thought they were local. They got good food. It does smell like cat piss down in the parking garage. We're about to head to Wild Fork, y'all, in the parking garage. Michelle said it smells like pee-pee. It does. Yeah, but Wild Fork, they got, like, seafood, they got meat, they got desserts. Like, everything's frozen. Y'all know that for people that might not, but, yeah, we're going to hit them up. And the prices are pretty reasonable, too.
Yeah.
So we're going to go hit them up, stock up on a few things. Yeah. Your nose up.
I mean, it also could be like, it's like an ammonia smell, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Shit, it might be some animal living down here. Ain't no telling.
It might also just be like the freaking sewer.
Ooh.
With their automotive repair.
Yeah, that's crazy. In our parking structure, in our underground parking, they'll be down there. They'll be in there just working on their vehicles and shit like it's an auto shop.
Yes.
That's all good though. Cause it ain't like we can hear you good, baby. It ain't like we can hear hear it and it's bothering us or something. But every once in a while, they'll be in the way and stuff if you're trying to drive through or whatever. Yeah, commerce is crazy too, y'all. All these damn bump outs.
But
I wonder how much each bump out costs. That would be still that'd be a heavy dive.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Yeah. Because they have to make the mold, the wood mold.
Yeah.
For the cement and the labor.
Do you think personally, just from just driving, do you think it's helped more or been more of a problem?
The bump outs?
Yeah.
I didn't think Pleasant was that bad that they needed all these bump outs.
I didn't either.
Plus, they're too wide.
They're too wide. And a lot of times you have to end up kind of slowing down or veering a little bit because you feel like you might end up colliding with another car.
Yeah, these people are all parked in a bike lane.
Yeah.
By the way.
Exactly. So we're just going to head up MLK. I like driving up MLK because you can see all the progress.
Yeah, I'm going to take that instead of the freeway because they're back to the construction.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's back to...
Oh, I didn't know if you had saw.
It's back to, traffic.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised it's 30 miles an hour on King Drive.
Should be 25.
That's what I thought it was, just naturally, until I'm like, yeah, it's 30. Burger King. On Locust, we could stop there. You don't want to go to that one? The only reason why I wouldn't go to that one, it just doesn't look hospitable at all.
Oh,
it looks like they got rats and mice running around. No, the one on Locust right here, by the police shop, across the kitty corner from the police station.
Oh, I just forget about that one.
That's what I'm saying. You kind of just forget it. That was the one we used to go to a lot back in the day. But our neighborhood Burger King was over there off of Capitol. The one that got robbed.
Oh,
remember the one? That was one we used to go to all the time back in the day when we were living over there back in the 90s, late 80s. Yeah, but I don't even think that one was open. I think it closed now, finally. There used to be Hardee's over there back in the day. Does anybody remember Mr. Donut? That was on Fond du Lac over there across the street from Pick and Save and Marcus. Because Marcus was upstairs and Pick and Save was downstairs.
Oh, there's actually a police officer.
And then across the street was that Mr. Donut. And then you had the Scanda House. Capitol Court Theater. That was my very first job ever. And then when that closed, they sent us down to the Grand Cinemas.
I just forgot that KFC.
That KFC too, yeah.
You know what I mean? It just takes time.
Just tear stuff, yeah, it ain't going to be an overnight thing.
Well, and you have to have, an investor. That just takes time to...
Yeah, it's a lot of steps. It ain't just ooh, this needs to be fixed.
This old building, you hope that they wouldn't tear it down and just,
What's that?
Fix
Fella... What does it say?
I don't know, that looks new.
Fella something was Phella something. It looked like a new build. Looks like it hasn't been opened yet, but it's like it's got the Rise and Grind Cafe, BMO Bank. See the product. I wonder when the apartments are scheduled to open. Oh, they're looking decent though.
Yeah.
It's coming along. And you got the El Tenampa Paquera. Yeah, that's the
Puff
first game.
Smoke Shop.
Puff Smoke Shop.
Well, they have closed there.
That ABC Lock and Key ain't going out of business.
Oh, no.
Stuff like that, those little small, tiny ads, but those would be staying in business because people need stuff like that.
Right. Fast and friendly supermarket.
Oh, that's been there for
forever.
Yeah, I wouldn't hit that Burger King up though. It looks like it's got rats and roaches all up in there at night.
Just like the sign, like they don't have like, you know, like their.
That's what I'm saying. It don't
special
look. Yeah, it's just kind of like.
Yeah.
Oh, these stay at the gas station over there. I just don't like that because sometimes.
How they redid all these storefronts.
That's what I'm saying. That's just looking nice. Yeah. This is looking nice. MLK 2971
this building
apartments.
Burnt down, so that'll go next. This is all gone.
And I like that they're working on both sides of the street too. They're trying to kind of get, you know, because it don't look right when you're fixing up one side of the street and then the other side looks like trash.
I want to know what that used to be. What's that address?
3116.
Okay, I gotta look it up and see what it once was. It looks like it was a funeral home.
It probably was. I mean, it's next to Ebenezer Church.
But it's vacant now,
yeah.
So.
Community garden.
Yeah, I mean, they are making significant progress.
Definitely.
And I think also it helps, like, you know, there were programs for, like, small business loans and stuff. Like, this is new. These apartments are new. Those actually look really nice. That Sam's Jazz is right there. But, like, this will have to go, you know, just can't all be done.
And then right at the end, you got the fucking jailhouse. Yeah. Bad B. I definitely wouldn't get no pizza up out of there.
No.
Because there's just definitely a lot of rodents running around. Because there's just a lot of garbage and stuff on the ground, so just naturally.
Right.
You know.
Although I will say that Brothers Pizza is at that Stark on Silver Spring, and when I've gone in there, it smells.
It does smell good. I almost bought pizza from there a couple times. The one on Green Bay over there, Silver Spring.
Yeah.
I think that store's starting to come together a little more. Remember when it first opened, they didn't really have much up in there.
Yeah.
And now they got. Well, the last time I was in there was months ago, but it looked like they were kind of stocking up a little more.
I should have gone that way.
Yeah.
But I think I can actually do this.
Yeah, how do y'all freeway, highway drivers, or do y'all like to take the road? We like to just take the side street. I know I do personally. I don't like getting on the freeway. I don't want to get jammed up on there if an accident happens, or I just don't.
Yeah.
Speed humps. They should have speed humps, though, by schools.
Well, yeah.
Because you never know. A kid could be, you know what I'm saying? They might be chasing a ball or something, dart across the street. And they're not always paying attention, you know, like they should be or whatever, and then boom. And it might not even be somebody flying down the street driving, you know what I mean? It might just be some bad timing shit, and then you may not have time to stop, and then you boom, and then hit some kid, and then...
Yeah.
So they should have bump outs. All damn schools.
Washington. That's another street that could use some help.
Oh, yeah. Port, yeah, they need some help.
It's mixed, you know, like it's residential and small business.
Well, I mean, you just look, you boom, you know, once you cross Capitol going north, it starts to, you know.
Get better.
It just, it just shows you.
It turns into Glendale.
And it just shows you truly, like, how much they care about. This looked like this forever.
Yeah, I love that song.
Me too.
Look how it gets right into your heart.
Right in there into your soul. Walmart said they're about to start increasing their prices too.
Yeah. Although I will say, like, Walmart's salaries are competitive.
Mm-hmm.
They probably have good benefits too.
Customer service is shit, though.
It is.
If I'm just being brutally honest.
Yeah.
And the reason it's shit is because it's like when you go in there, like, you just don't feel like don't go in there needing some electronic help or you're looking for a TV.
Right.
You better just grab one that they might have on the shelf or something. But if you need to ask somebody for something, because half the time people don't want to even be there.
I will say the only department where I've gotten any kind of help is the electronics.
Oh, really?
Like, if you're anywhere else in the store and you're trying to find help, good luck.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, they have people actually posted.
That's true.
Whereas,
I done seen sometimes, though, maybe it's just me.
Depends on what Walmart is.
But, like, sometimes I done seen people where, like I might just be looking in the electronics section, and you'll see someone come over there, and you can tell they need help. And I done seen like the workers walk away.
Yeah.
Because they feel like somebody's about to ask them for something, and they just walk away. See, a lot of this stuff, though, too, a lot of the reason, like, the suburb areas look better, too, is because, like, people, the community, like, funds a lot of stuff. They pay for a lot of stuff, donate, you know what I mean?
I think it's easier for a smaller city to, like, pay attention, whereas, like, Milwaukee is bigger.
And a lot of times,
so they have so much ground to cover to
revitalize
areas.
Exactly.
You have to do it all at once.
Exactly.
You notice it more in a smaller city like Glendale.
Yeah, but a lot of the money that Milwaukee gets or whatever, like a lot of times we're using it to fix stuff up, repair stuff, pay this, do that, right, instead of just being able to use it to, like, build things. Or
isn't the police department like 70% of the budget or something?
But last time I checked, it was in the 60s.
It's up there.
Well over half, basically.
Yeah, I know that.
Well over 51%, which is majority, is well over that. Yeah, I believe it was in the 60s, so yeah. And that's the thing, when people were talking about defund the police, they didn't mean, like, take up. They're meaning like goddamn, you guys getting like 70% of the stuff. Like, that's all people were saying. I think sometimes, like, the wording might be off with some of the things, like, you know what I mean, like defund the, instead of, because, like, everyone knows what that means. They know it doesn't mean, like,
it's really just a rebudget.
It's right, and we all know that, but then, like, Republicans will try to take that word defund, because it kind of sounds like you mean strip them of their funds. So they'll take that and they'll use it against us, when in reality they know what it truly means, and they try to run. That's the kind of stuff I don't like. Because then us Democrats, we spend time trying to explain what we mean when we shouldn't even have to be doing that shit. Kind of like when you might say, oh, well, white people are racist. I shouldn't have to stop and say, you know, it's like I didn't mean all, but, like, you got to stop and say some, or because, like, people will hold you to that. Oh, dude said all white people. No, I didn't. I said white people are racist. I didn't mean all of them. And people know that, but they'll try to. So maybe I would suggest, I mean, if it were me, I wouldn't give a shit. what the Republicans think. But I'm saying maybe so they can't do that, so they can't try to say, oh, they're saying no money for the police. Maybe just, like, when we're creating these things, maybe let's just, before we spit it out, make sure the wording is, so there's no confusion. Because they'll take any kind of little gray area at the wording, and they'll try to, well, it sounds like defund, so let's say they don't want the police to have any money.
Can you imagine just what the automotive budget is for the police department?
Oh, my God.
Just the wear and tear, everyday wear and tear on those vehicles.
Mm-hmm. All them damn police vehicles down there by the canal, by the powder one, that are sitting in that parking lot.
Yeah.
That are broke down and not.
Those are probably like beyond repair.
They could post those up in the city as dummy police cars.
They should.
Because if people see a police car, like 9 times out of 10, people are going to slow down and leave. You know, they might continue on the bullshit, but I mean, you're going to have those couple people that don't give a fuck. They're going to zoom by. Because somebody might say, oh, I've seen police cars and people drive right past them, so that don't work. It does, though. For the most people would slow down. If you see a police car, I know I would. I think we all naturally do.
Because if it's like parked ahead of you, you don't know that someone's not in it.
Exactly. But I believe you would have people that would say that's a bad idea.
I mean, if the vehicle isn't really running anyway.
They're going to say, oh, it creates more, vehicles on the street that aren't, it could help causing that. No, I'm fine with dummy police cars. Because it kind of goes into that when the cat's away, the mice will play type shit.
Yeah.
But when the cat's home, the mice ain't going to roam. Thanks. So I've always believed in that. You know what I mean? So.
I mean, if traffic.
It can't hurt. It would hurt more than it would hurt.
Theory, it's like if there's police presence.
Yep.
The crime goes down.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
I'm sitting here.
That's what I've always believed in. Because it's kind of like that too, like, you know how like when your parents are home, like back in the day when you're a kid, like when your parents are around, there was a level, you kind of follow the rules or whatever, you kind of blah, 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 whatever, and then as soon as they went out of town or something, you felt a little looser.
Right.
You're like, oh, okay, well, it's kind of like that. The cat's away, the mice will play. You kind of might do a little shit that you normally wouldn't have done or tried, or it's kind of like that,
Yeah.
And like you said, no one's going to know until they literally get up on the vehicle, like that there's nobody in the car.
A dummy person.
You could. I was thinking that too.
In the driver's seat.
Yep. It's a little thing with a little police hat on.
Yeah.
For real. And it wouldn't cost nothing. The cars are already broke down.
Right.
And I never understood, too, this is my personal belief, when cops are, like, ducked over on the side, like when they're trying to catch speeders and stuff, I never understood why they hide, basically. Because if the goal is to stop speeding, then why are you hiding? Because if the speeders can't see you, then they're going to speed. But if they see you in plain sight, then there's a better chance they're not going to speed. So why are you hiding and ducked off and all that shit? Because when I see that, that just makes me think you want to make money giving people tickets. Or meet some kind of quota. But, does anyone else agree with that? All right, we're at Wild Fork, y'all. Come in with us for a little bit. Baby. Stock our freeze up with meat and desserts. It's a little warmer out here.
Yeah,
just a bit. All right. got the meat right when you walk in. The meat's right there, like steaks, strip steak, beef porterhouse steak. Not interested in duck. Have you ever eaten duck, baby?
Yes.
Do you like it?
Yes.
What, baby?
Bison.
No, thank you.
You know how different the meat color is.
That's
Alligator.
That's an easy pass. Oh, that's another thing. Why do people say, like, hard pass? To me, if you don't like something, it's an easy pass. It's an easy no. But people will be like, that's a hard pass. I don't ever understood that one either. I'm going to go look at desserts. Ooh, maybe, you know what we could do? I wonder if they have bones here. We could get a bone for Chewy. As long as it's not a pork chop bone or a chicken bone. Yeah, they got a lot of stuff in here. It's like heaven. Check the dessert out. Grab this classic apple pie. Ooh, they got cheesecake too. Ooh, they got cheesecake. They got crepes. They got crumble blossoms, lava cakes, waffles, pineapple upside down cakes, sticky butter toffee cakes, New York cheesecake, key lime pie. Get the classic apple pie and a cheesecake. Yep, there's an and involved. We're gonna get two. That's good for the dessert. I grabbed a cheesecake and a apple pie, baby. I bet you Michelle knows who sings the song.
I don't.
What? She don't know something.
Should we get a package of chicken breast?
Yeah, I think so.
Organic or regular?
Whatever. I never thought I'd even say yes to anything organic a few years ago. Organic? What? Don't they have like buns and stuff? I thought for some reason they had buns and stuff here when I was here last time.
There's one.
Okay, there we go, yeah. Ooh, they got garlic bread. They got baguettes. They got brioche rolls. They got the stone fire. Mini naan garlic. They got dinner rolls. Let's see. Ooh, these are good. The ciabatta rolls are good. Ciabatta rolls are good. King of ciabatta rolls. Ciabatta rolls. Hamburger buns. Brioche hamburger buns. Get the ones on the bottom. Because those are going to be the, you know what I'm saying? They put the oldest ones in the front, so I grab from the bottom. Ciabatta rolls and brioche gourmet hamburger buns. Huh?
Chocolate.
Ooh, hell yeah.
This is beef chuck for burrito. I'd rather have that.
Fajitas.
Instead of just brown.
Me too. Oh, shit. They got vegan refried pinto beans, vegan refried black beans. What? Michelle, like we'll get a can. We'll get one can. They got chorizo. Huh?
They have beef brisket, chuck, and short rib in them.
You want to mess with those?
No, because we have some already.
Okay. They got chorizo, uncured pork steakhouse sausage, uncured ground chorizo. They got chicken sausage, wild fork uncured blood sausage, uncured spicy sausage. They got Martin's Italian sausage with Romano cheese and parsley, sun-dried tomato and... What?
Wow.
Ain't that an animal? A yak? They got ground hot Italian sausage, ground mild Italian sausage. That's good for pizzas.
Kangaroo. I wonder what
These are all the animals they got in here, y'all. They got kangaroo, they got lamb, elk, venison. Why don't they just call it deer? They call everything else what it is. Ground ostrich, ground elk, ground kangaroo. Did you hear about that kangaroo that beat that dude up to death the other day? Ain't no way I'll beat the shit out of a kangaroo. For real. I don't condone violence on animals. I'm just saying if a kangaroo, because they'll come up and square up with you.
Like ground prime rib.
I ain't going to just let it just punch me in the face.
Ground prime rib or...
Whatever you want, baby. Oh, we still got bacon. We don't need to grab bacon. What are we looking for now?
The haddock?
I think it's on the other side. Holy salmon.
Oh, delicious.
Damn, that's a big ass piece of salmon. That's the whole salmon. That's the whole damn fish. I'm looking for the haddock. Haddock's my favorite fish. And I like perch. I like haddock, perch, and I think there's another one, cod or something, is it? I don't like catfish. The smell. That's just
We could try Chilean sea bass.
I haven't seen the haddock yet. Oh, there it is. Haddock. Swordfish.
Mahi-mahi, you've had that before.
I have had mahi-mahi. White perch. Crispy breaded barramundi. Orange roughy is good.
Yeah.
They got catfish fillets, catfish nuggets.
I like catfish. I don't like this.
I do like cod. Cod is decent too. I think it's haddock for me and then perch is next.
I used to make orange roughy a lot when I was a kid.
All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here. They got decent music on, too. Someone likes Katy Perry.
Pork belly.
Pork belly. See, we're getting our discipline in order for the summer. We ran to the store, and then we're going to go back. We're going to get Chewy together. We're going to take him out for a walk. We've been taking them out like every day pretty much. But the thing with pugs, you can't over-exercise them. You can't be taking no pug out for a 30-minute walk.
He's got to learn to slow down. He's got to learn to slow down.
Yep, he's just
he's so excited to be out there.
Yep.
That, like, he just wants to run.
Yep.
But, you know, he's got to slow down so he can breathe. It's his little nostrils. So funny.
We grabbed him some treats, too, from Wild Ford. They're called Sniff Snacks. All natural premium dog treats. Chicken breast. 100% human grade, rich in protein. No corn, wheat, or soy. No antibiotics. Non-GMO. Yep, chicken, y'all, 100%. Made in the UK, I guess. Sniff Snacks. Treating pets like family, y'all. Let's read a little bit about. So they're from the UK. I'm gonna read the quote. It says, "Our founder, Jonathan Brown, has been in the food industry for over 35 years. At our facility in Maryport, UK, our dog treats are baked using the same age-old techniques used to create food products for people around the world. The way we see it, if it's not good enough for us, it's not good enough for our pets. Full of flavor and rich in protein, Sniff Snacks are delicious and nutritious treats your entire family will love. Now, I don't know about the humans, but the dogs. Their guarantees are 100% human grade, rich in protein, no corn, wheat, or soy, no antibiotics, non-GMO, y'all. You can hit them up on the Books of Faces and Instagram at sniffsnacks.com. That's with an X. They're out of Miami, Florida, where it's produced by Sniff Snacks Ltd. out of Miami, Florida. The expiration date, these are good till February of next year. Yep. Chicken breast, natural hardwood smoke. Crude protein, 67%. Crude fat, 1.7%. Crude fiber, 1%. Moisture, 19%. Calorie count, 2866. Treating cats like family, y'all. On the way home, y'all, Wild Fork is the place to go. I'm telling y'all, they got, and I like that their stuff is vacuum sealed and all that, because y'all know I'm picky about.
Because the date clearly marked.
What, baby?
The date clearly marked.
Yeah. We're going to hit up Arby's. I want to try their hamburgers. And Michelle said they got a pulled, what did you say?
Barbecue pulled pork.
A barbecue pulled pork sandwich that's to die for, she said. So we're going to go check that out. See, I haven't had Arby's in, you know what? I think I haven't had Arby's since I worked there when it was at the Grand Avenue Mall back when I was a teenager. No, I wasn't. I think I might have been in my early 20s or I don't remember, but it was a long time ago. And the only thing I liked from there were the turnovers. The apple turnovers, the cherry turnovers, those were good. All right, y'all.
I think the only food thing they have is hot dogs.
Y'all know I'm talking about the Dairy Queen on Hampton and across from the CVS out here in Wipers Bay. That little Dairy Queen, a little hole in the wall. It looks like they got rats and roaches running around through there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't eat from there. That's what I'm saying. It don't even matter what area it is. Like, certain places are just... That's why when people are like, oh, rats and roaches, they're in bad... No, rats and roaches and all that shit are in every area. The suburbs, the rural areas, the city. They're everywhere. They're outside. That's where they live, and they get into things. They smell food or... Yeah, exactly. People need to get off of that. Like, yeah, that's... Never understood that.
You know what it is? Like a fast food place, like I kind of won't eat there. Like if the people that work there look like they don't want to be there.
Yes.
Because they're not like They're doing bare minimum for their job. Bare minimum. They're not like, oh, that garbage is full, I'll empty it.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
They might not be washing their hands after they come out the bathroom and stuff like that.
Like, basically, their parents made them get a job.
Baby, I was saying that earlier. See, Michelle second that. I was saying that earlier. It was an episode yesterday when I was at the Culver's. I was like, sometimes customer service ain't what it used to be, because sometimes you can tell, like, some of these kids, they might be 17, 18, 19, or whatever. You can tell they don't want to be there. Their parents have made them go. So they come there with their little attitude problem and shit. Right, don't announce your change, don't give you no ketchup in the bag and all that shit. We're driving through, what park we in Estabrook? This is the park that dude was living at. Underground. That white guy, wasn't it Estabrook Park? He had, like, built a bunker and stuff under it.
It was just across Capitol.
Yeah.
What is that, Kern?
Oh, he was in Kern?
It was just right across the river, yeah. This park is, like, too busy for somebody to, like, live.
For sure. If I were a homeless person, though, I would try to get to California, somewhere warm at least, so you at least for the most part don't have the weather to worry about on most days.
Right, like you can deal with rain, but like cold would be hard. To be like out in the elements.
Out in the elements, it's like 1 degree outside and shit, and you ain't got nothing but
the shelters are full.
That's, oh man.
That would suck. Can you imagine?
Hell yeah.
Just like the stress of like having to get to the shelter in line by a certain time every day.
Yeah.
And then you're in there, like you can't leave. You can't like reserve a spot and then come back at 10.
Yeah, you lose your spot. Lionel Richie. I still liked it better when he was with the Commodores. I mean, he was successful when he was solo, too, I'm just saying. I liked it when he was with the Commodores. They made some really good music. You gonna go right, baby? On Capitol. Bust down Humboldt.
I love you.
I believe Michelle's daughter made it, or she's getting back in one piece.
She's just boarding her flight to Chicago, so she'll be in Chicago at like around 5, I guess.
So success so far?
Or she's leaving at 5. Oh yeah, because it's 4:40 there right now.
In Georgia?
Yeah, so she was supposed to be taking off at 5 or something.
Yeah, so shout out Savannah, Georgia. She said it was nice down there.
Yeah, weather was good.
Saw dolphins and alligators and shit.
Yeah.
Had a bad soul food restaurant experience. She said the food tastes like bleach.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that was a one-off though. It might have, like you were saying, it was probably like the dishes had been cleaned and stuff like that, and it might have been fresh. It might have just came out the dishwasher and still be kind of heavy. I don't think that. Because I'm sure the food was good.
Yeah.
But that is bad though, because when you go down south, you're just anticipating. You're just like, I know I'm gonna get some, and then have a negative experience.
Yeah, I'll have to ask her when she gets back, like whatever food they ate.
Hell yeah. I wonder what I'm gonna have to look. I wonder what food Georgia's like known for. I know they're the peach state, so I know they're known for like peach pie.
I mean, I would say barbecue too.
I wonder who like claims that they got the best. Like, I wonder overall, what is it? Kansas City? What people say, like overall, if they were,
like
I've heard Kansas City has really good barbecue.
But yeah, she was like, "Oh, next time I come, you should come with me." So you don't have to pay for a hotel.
Yeah.
So it's just your flight. She found a flight, like a last-minute flight for like $200 round trip.
Really?
Yep.
Round
She
trip.
was not able to pick the times.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
it was a last-minute deal.
Okay.
But
so I got some names of businesses / companies, whatever you want to choose to call them. A list of companies that have definitely started raising prices. You know what I mean? Because there's just been a lot of conversation. Is this going up? Is that going up? When's it going up? Has it? Blah, blah, blah. So I just wanted to read a list of some companies that definitely have raised prices already. You know what I mean? And these are all been vetted, so you know what I'm saying? This is accurate stuff. So consumer goods and household products is Procter & Gamble, or P&G. P&G has implemented price hikes across nearly all product categories, including Tide detergent, which we use, Pampers diapers, and Gillette razors. I use razors. Notably, they've introduced premium priced items like a $14 all-over body deodorant and a $15 intimate razor, doubling the cost of standard versions. And if you want to go read some more info on that, that's from Verify This. Kimberly-Clark. I don't even know who they are. Let's see. The maker of Kleenex, okay, and Scott toilet paper announced mid to high single-digit price increases on most consumer products in the United States and Canada, citing significant commodity cost inflation. Nestle. Despite an 8.2 price increase last year, Nestle plans further targeted hikes in 2025 to offset rising production costs. This affects a range of products from baby formula to pet food. Unilever. Unilever, responsible for brands like Dove and Hellmann's, is raising prices due to increased production costs, including energy and labor. Let's see what else. Some of the food and grocery items, we all go to the grocery store and stuff like that. Some of us multiple times a week. Let's see. So Vital Farms, the pasture-raised egg producer, announced a low double-digit percentage increase on shell eggs, attributing the hike to new tariffs and rising commodity prices. General Mills, they make tons of cereal and stuff, facing broad-based inflation in grains and logistics. General Mills is passing increased costs onto consumers across its product lines, including cereals and pet foods. Hormel Foods, I believe they're out of Wisconsin here, or not Wisconsin, or Illinois, I believe. I know there's a factory where they make it. Hormel Foods. Hormel has raised prices on various products, including Skippy peanut butter and Spam. Damn, they make that stuff too. To combat inflation and supply chain challenges. I didn't know that. Kraft Heinz. The company increased prices on 80% of its products, with some items like Kraft Big Bowl mac and cheese seeing a 20% hike to offset escalating inflation, my bad. Oh, by the way, that's John Coltrane in the background. It's off the John Coltrane Stardust album. Okay, McDonald's, which we don't even fuck with, but I'll read the information still. So it says McDonald's has significantly increased menu prices over the past decade, with cookies now 400% more expensive than in 2014, y'all. Panera Breads. Panera has raised prices by 68% over the past decade, with items like mac and cheese up 112%. Wendy's has increased prices by 50% over the past decade, with 4-piece chicken nuggets up 172%. Pepsi Company and Coca-Cola. Both companies have implemented double-digit price increases in recent years. PepsiCo reported its 8th consecutive quarter of such hikes in late 2023, while Coca-Cola has similarly raised prices, citing brand strength. Retail and grocery chains. Kroger has been quietly increasing prices on staples like milk, bread, and eggs. The company has also employed shrinkflation tactics, reducing packages sizes while maintaining prices. Aldi shoppers have reported rising prices and empty shelves. An employee warned that food prices could skyrocket due to the upcoming tariffs and supply chain disruptions. Yeah, because they're saying there's going to be less stuff on the, coming in on them ships and shit because of the tariffs. I was watching CNN down on there, and it was about a week ago, and they were talking to the dude that he runs the Los Angeles port or whatever, and they were interviewing dude, and he was saying now don't quote me the numbers, but he was saying I believe it was either it was supposed to be 6 cargo ships were coming in with stuff or whatever that they were expecting. But he said half of them were only half, 2 of them were half full or some shit like that or whatever. So basically he was saying it was less stuff actually coming in, which means it's going to be less on the shelves, which means people are going to be scrambling to buy it, which means, you know what I mean, could end up like COVID a little bit. We'll see. Trader Joe's has subtly raised prices on frozen foods and snacks while also reducing portion sizes, a strategy known as shrinkflation. Home goods and furniture items. IKEA has raised prices and supply chain challenges and increased costs, with expectations that these increases could last well into 2025, y'all. Tempur-Sealy, the mattress company, implemented a new round of price increases in April of 2025 due to the tariffs to combat higher steel and chemical prices and the tariffs. So, just wanted to read some of that to y'all. And obviously there's more, you know what I'm saying? So those are just some of the companies that have definitely raised their prices and stuff due to these tariffs and all this shit. Some of them, a couple of the companies I named, have been raising prices for years already. You know what I mean? So I guess, smart shop. See, we're getting our discipline in order for the summer. We ran to the store, and then we're going to go back. We're going to get Chewy together. We're going to take him out for a walk. We've been taking him out every day, pretty much.
Idol. We there, nigga, all the way.
Styles P off the G-Host album, y'all.
I get high, gonna leave Earth before I do the verse. I breathe in the weed first. A man with too many wants, never put his knees first. Just a little boy, if you ain't putting your needs first. Dance with the devil in the den. I'm the soul of the earth. I can transform the wind. Niggas say they righteous, but they transfer the gin. When you let them in the cipher, then they can't sip again. My man said he got a body. I told him I'm God's son. On my mind, do a chariot, come with a console. Think of the paradise, cause niggas is parasites. Vampires suck your blood right under the candlelight. Back on my ghost shit, my nigga was Phantom Night. Got wise off the bud, but it wasn't from Anaheim. Yeah, this blood money dirty, my hands are sanitized. Keep my eyes on the prize, not things that tantalize. Eyes are the window to the soul. The soul is your house, you should keep it in control. I ain't die young and I ain't getting old. I'm just living in the present, yeah, that's my only goal. Eyes are the window to the soul. The soul is your house, you should keep it in control. I ain't die young and I ain't getting old. I'm just living in the present, yeah, that's my only goal. People that text you prayers but won't say a prayer. Life is a bitch, unexpected to be fair. Play the hands you was dealt. If it's whack, keep it back low.
Project 2025, which, by the way, for those of you who are saying Trump is distancing himself from Project 2025, it's not really about him. It's some crazy right-wing radical people. It doesn't really have anything to do with Trump. Okay. Number one, Trump had Heritage Foundation people in his administration, the Heritage Foundation, who are the people in charge of who created Project 2025. J.D. Vance wrote the foreword for Project 2025. He wrote the foreword, okay? And Trump has spoken many times at the Heritage Foundation.
To be here tonight to celebrate this really wonderful foundation. Freedom is not a gift from government. Freedom is a gift from God.
How can you distance yourself from something that has your name in it 312 times? Project 2025, which...
Trump is involved in Project 2025, y'all. Don't fool yourself and think he's not. You know what I mean? He's definitely involved with that bullshit. All right, but you can go check the lady out there that was just reading that. She has a YouTube page. Go check her out. That's at As I See It. As I See It. It's all one word. She has a that's her political channel. She's Democratic leaning. Obviously, y'all can tell. That's why we fuck with her. But she also has a van life channel as well. So she keeps them separate. So you can go check her out. She has Carolyn's Van Life. That's with a C. And then she has As I See It is her second page. That's more of her political page. All right, y'all. Back to the episode. Let's hear the birds chirping and stuff.
Its residents from being deported. It's a move that comes after a mistaken traffic stop landed a teenage girl in immigration custody. CNN's Diane Gallagher has that story.
It's out of Georgia.
We will look the other way. United and divided.
What's the Democrats over?
In Dalton, Georgia. After a traffic stop on May 5th, 19-year-old Jimena Arias Cristobal was pulled over for allegedly making an illegal right turn. She was then arrested for driving without a U.S. license.
Have you ever been to jail? Well, you're going.
I cannot go to jail. I have my finals next weekend.
A week later, Dalton police said they determined that the officer pulled over the wrong truck. Her traffic charges were dropped. But Arias is undocumented. Her parents brought her here from Mexico at age 4 in 2010. She was taken to Stewart Detention Center in Georgia, one of the country's largest immigration and customs enforcement facilities, where her father was also detained. He'd been there for weeks after being stopped for speeding last month. The Dalton State College student's situation has shaken many in this Northwest Georgia community, like Hannah Jones, who has raised thousands of dollars to cover the legal fees for her children's longtime babysitter.
She's a Daltonian through and through. She has so many connections in the community. She's just an American teenager.
¿Familia o? Ya nos vinieron a visitar en diciembre.
Arias' mother, also undocumented, and her younger daughters, who are American citizens, are devastated and traumatized.
I'm scared that they could just come.
You see what I'm saying, man? You see the difference? Orange man, he's letting all these white Africaneers in. And like I said, y'all, and this is the last time I'm going to say that about, like, when I talk about white people, it's not individual white people, okay, that I have an issue with. It's just the in totality, like how that whiteness, like, seems to dominate and control everything. You know what I mean? Like, that's bullshit to me. It shouldn't be like that. You know what I mean? So that's what I say when I'm, like, getting on white people and I'm being hard on them. That's what it's about. They don't get to dictate who gets to do what and who gets to, you know what I mean? You guys aren't the fucking default setting. I don't know who told you you're better than everyone, because you're not. But do you see the difference? It's like us as black and brown people. It's like someone's always asking us what we are, where you're going. Let me see your paperwork. But white people, they just get the welcome mat. Get the welcome mat. And a lot of them Africaners that are coming over here, the white migrants, they ain't down and out. Did you see them? They had luggage, they had decent clothes on, they had a lot of them they're not even really struggling. They're coming over here because they don't want to be over there. That's all that shit is. Oh, and the stuff about Trump letting Derek Chauvin out and shit like that, he ain't going nowhere anyways. He might be able to federally release what is like the federal charges that Derek Chauvin's bitch ass has. Like Trump can pardon those, but he can't pardon the state charge. That was a state charge. When he killed George Floyd, that was a state charge. He can't pardon Derek Chauvin on state charges. He can't do that. So at the end of the day, he's not getting released. His ass is staying right in prison where the fuck he belongs. So, but just the way that's gonna look if dude does drop his federal charges, just the message that sends. You know, it's a slap in the another slap in the face to black people. You know what I mean? So even though he won't get released, actually, just the analytics of Trump doing that, of pardoning his federal charges, you know what I mean? Just the way it looks. That's a racist ass move. And then you're going to, if he does that, you're going to still have black and brown people that are going to still say that Trump's not a racist. Yeah, I don't know. They put something in the fucking water. Because people's common sense is just gone nowadays. It's gone. All right, y'all. Let's back to this episode. Enjoy the music, the clips, and the content. And please always listen with an open mind and spread the word. That's why I continue to say that's how you can pay Michelle and I. Support and spread the word. Give us a review. I know you guys listen to podcasts on other websites and all that stuff. Shoot us a review. You know what I mean? We don't have sponsors and advertisers and all that stuff. I think y'all can tell that by now. You've never heard a sponsor or an ad on our podcast. It's just us shouting out shit and things we like. So that's how you can help us. Give us a review. It'll only take you a few seconds. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. Let's get back to this episode.